Yeah, yeah. We just chillin' and vibing. Good conversations with good people. Oh, good conversations with good people. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with singer slash model slash creator. I mean, she everything, y'all. MJ, what's going on, girl?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How are you doing? Hello.
I'm good, man. I'm just chilling and vibing.
Just chilling and vibing.
I appreciate you for coming on.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Nowhere else I would rather be because I get to be in my bed with my cat. And I'm still chilling with you. It's perfect.
So, MJ, where you from?
I'm from Texas. I'm from a really, really small town, Port Arthur is where I was born. Grew up in Port Neches. They're really, really close to each other. It's like small little redneck towns in Southeast Texas. Most of you have probably never heard of it in your life, and that's okay. That's why I moved.
Being from Texas, you gotta be a Dallas fan.
Am I about to break your heart here? Because absolutely not. Now, I was forced to sit there and watch my family scream and cheer for the Cowboys losing every year growing up, if that's what you mean. No, I
So, what's your team?
don't watch sports, man. I'm a musician. I couldn't care. I won't lie to you. I really couldn't care less about sports. I don't know. Like I went to UT Austin for college, so I support the Longhorns, and even they don't have the best track record. So I guess I need to eat my words. They did great this year. They did great this year. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't do the whole sports thing. So.
So, how did you become a musician? Like, was you introduced to it?
I mean, I've loved singing and music pretty much my entire life. Growing up, I was always in choir. I took voice lessons. I always wanted to be the little star of the show, that kind of stuff. I never really considered actually pursuing it though until I got to college. I got big into the EDM scene and raving and everything. And so I started meeting producers. And as they found out I could sing, they'd be like, why don't you record, like, why don't you record something for me, why don't you record things for other producers? And I was like, oh, like, I didn't know that was something I could do. So I went to Guitar Center and took my credit card that I had at the time because your girl was broke and working at Chick-fil-A, and I got myself a little mic and an audio interface. But yeah, and that's basically how I started everything. And then from there, yeah, I just started putting my music on, it started getting put on Spotify, the producers and things that I would work with. From there, I learned more and more about it, more about recording, more about songwriting. Eventually decided I wanted to stop doing EDM collabs and start doing things for real, doing things myself. And I launched my own solo project in the middle of last summer, about a year ago now.
So, like, what feedback you had got once you start doing your own thing?
Feedback, I mean, so far it's been all positive. Everybody seems to like it. It's, very different. Like I said, I started out doing EDM. I did dubstep vocals and things like that. But now I have started doing more, I would say, like pop rock. Like my newest song that I released is more pop rock. The one before that, I still had its EDM roots. It was kind of my homage. Like, oh, I stopped doing EDM. Now here I am with this. And it was still kind of an EDM song. I like it. Sue me. But no, I mean, feedback has been pretty positive. Everybody's really happy for me, excited for me to do my own thing. I'm excited to do my own thing. Yeah.
Your song MLIBWY. What did that stand for? I mean, I saw it and I was like,
Did you listen to
I
I
did,
would say
I
my life
did.
my life is better without you. It's the chorus. My life is better without you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta ask, like, what made you write that song?
Oh, I love this question. That one, as well as the other song on my solo project, One More Night, are actually written about a boy that I was involved with. We never seriously dated or anything, but we had a little moment. Obviously, I felt very strongly about it the way that I. But said boy actually is the guy who produced both of the songs as well. He's my music producer. And there was a little something there at one point. Obviously, things took a turn, but it inspired a few of the songs that I've written recently. Those two and a couple more I have coming out soon. We decided to be adults about it and put our shit to the side, so to speak, to work on the music. And I'd say it's for the better. I think we make some kick ass shit together. We've both moved forward from it. He has a girlfriend now. I'm over it. Except it is really, really fun to scream those songs still live. But yeah. Yeah. That's where that.
You say he produced the song, so what he said when like he heard the first time, like when he heard the MLIBW. Wow.
That I actually didn't write that part until after I like that actually got rewritten right before the song was released. Initially the lyrics were a little bit different. The most of it was still the same. It was just that one part of the chorus. But I actually rewrote that with my vocal engineer recently. And by this time homeboy already had a girlfriend and stuff, so I don't even really think he noticed the change. But when he did first hear the song and like first hear the lyrics, I recorded it and I wrote it in front of him. We were in a studio session, and I went. And he's like, "Do you have something?" I was like, "Yeah." And I went and I recorded on the mic, and he like turns and looks at me, and he's like, "Did it feel good to scream that at the person it's about?" It's like, yeah. That wasn't exactly that. I said something about wanting to scream. I said I wanted to scream that at something. He's like, "Well, you got to, you know." I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah."
would be your dream collaboration with?
My dream collaboration. All right, we're going back to EDM stuff here. I don't know if you've ever heard of the producer Illenium, but he's amazing. He's a really big EDM producer. He's starting to work more on mainstream things. He worked recently with Avril Lavigne, Travis Barker, Mercury Golden, a few others, Swaco, Trippie Redd. But he's an amazing EDM producer. He was the first EDM producer I started listening to. That's kind of what got me wanting to rave and listen to that kind of music. But my absolute dream goal in life is definitely to sing on one of his tracks, to sing and write for him. Yeah.
Being in music, and I saw you was in a music video with 2 Chainz. How was that experience?
It was sick. So Two Chains wasn't actually at the location that we filmed at, so sorry if that's disappointing. But at the time, we shot the part with Blue Bucks Clan. God, that's hard to mouthful. But yeah, we shot it at a content mansion in Marina Del Rey. It was super, super sick. At the time, I was living there too. So it was really cool to get to shoot a music video in our house and have them there. It was my first actual music video experience too. So it was really, really cool to get to do that, kind of learn how things run and everything. It's a lot more chill than I expected. It's not as I thought I'd be a lot more stressed out and high strung with it, but it was a super fun experience. I mean, basically, we just got to look hot and party the entire time, so it wasn't a bad deal.
See, over there in LA, y'all be having a lot of mansion parties. Like, what is that experience like? Over there in the East Coast, we don't do that. We just go to the club.
But yeah, I mean, especially when I first moved to LA, going to the mansion parties and everything was insane. It was ridiculous because I come from a small town in Texas. Like, we don't do that for fun. We go sit down by the river and like drink beer on a tailgate and hope our parents didn't catch us. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we did for fun. So coming out here and experiencing the mansion parties at first was insane. I mean, big ass house, people that probably have seen more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime surrounding me. And not all of them, but some of them, yeah. Not everybody is super filthy, mega rich out here. A lot of it is honestly smoke and mirrors, to be honest. But anyway, that's what you kind of start realizing though, as you do go to more of these mansion parties and everything. The thing in LA is that's every day. That's every weekend. Every weekend it's a new mansion party. If you get kicked out of that mansion party or that one doesn't go on, there's going to be 20 million more going on in one night. So I hate to say that I've gotten jaded to it. I don't still not think it's cool or whatever. But it's like that's the same old thing. And it's the same people at these same parties every weekend, doing the same thing. And it gets redundant and it gets old after a while. I'm not saying I still don't go every now and then, but it loses its luster after you've been here for a bit, you know?
What celebrity have you met at one of those mansion parties?
Celebrity that I've met. I haven't really met anybody too crazy. I mean, Ty Dolla Sign's at a bunch of stuff all the time. I never met him, but I see him at like a bunch of clubs, a bunch of parties. Ralph Rickerman. I used to party with Ralph a bit whenever I first moved here. I don't know if you know the Scorpions, but he was the bassist for the Scorpions, the German band. That did the Here I Am. Who else have I seen at parties? I mean, really, I really haven't seen anybody too crazy. Mario was at a party one time. Neo was at one. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been to any that super, super crazy celebrities have been at yet, to be quite honest. I've been to like I've been to one that like Chris Brown has been at. I wasn't a mansion party though. It was a Halloween party for Unruly, but like Chris Brown was there. Amber Rose, I've seen Amber Rose at stuff. Tyga was at something one time. Yeah.
How was Adam 22 birthday party? I saw you was there.
Adam 22's party was honestly crazy. It was my first ever LA party. It was literally like 2 days after I moved to LA. I went to that party. My friend who had moved me out here at the time, she took me with her. It was insane. I had never experienced a party like that. It was like this huge venue that you rented out, all kinds of stuff. They were like giving away all kinds of gift bags. I got this huge gift bag full of like stuff like rolling papers, ashtray, all kinds of crazy stuff. Blueface performed. There were like Netflix reality stars there and stuff. Every porn star you could think of was there. It was crazy. It was insane. It was super fun. I was being good. I was only having a couple of drinks because it was my first LA party, so I was like, okay, I don't want to act like an idiot. Like, let me keep my cool here and not get too messed up. But no, I mean, it was super, super fun. I wish that I could say I saw some super, super crazy stuff. I didn't. But I'm sure whatever, I'm sure everybody has a different story from that party. But for me, it was just my first LA party, and it was super exciting to be there. You know.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, that's a different environment.
Yeah, yeah. Porn star parties are lit. Ryan Pownell's party was insane too that he just had with Kurgo. So that one was another pretty crazy porn star party. That one got.
Wow. Whoa.
They had an orgy on stage.
Whoa.
Yeah, on stage, like a performance orgy. I didn't know. There was like a section of the night where my friend was DJing at one stage and I was over there, and then the other stage was Ryan's song. And I didn't know what that meant. That meant that Ryan got up on stage and sang Total Eclipse of the Heart while a bunch of porn stars had an orgy behind him.
Wow. I
I
didn't
missed
know that
that part.
either.
I missed
Me
that
too.
part. I'm very upset that I missed it. I was like, God, if I would have known, I would have been down there, guys. Like, shoot.
So, how did you get into modeling?
Modeling was something I didn't expect to start doing at all, to be quite honest with you. I moved out here and really, I just started having more photo shoots with like photographer friends and stuff that I made. One of my best friends, his name is Loki. He's a great photographer. So he kind of started letting me do photo shoots with him to start learning. And then a friend of mine was able to get me, believe it or not, my first like real modeling thing was walking in Miami Swim Week. Got me to be able to do that first runway I ever did. I never like planned or expected on doing modeling because I'm 5'2" and I got a big butt. I never expected to be able to model because of those things, to be honest with you. And then I moved out here and I realized that that totally wasn't the case. Now I've been on the cover of a magazine. I've been featured in 2 others. And then I just kind of do like my own fun photo shoots and stuff on the side as well. It's called Millie Ink Magazine. It's like a tattoo magazine. I don't have that many tattoos, but I've got enough to be featured on the cover. So, you know.
How many tattoos you got?
Like 13, I think. Something like that.
Ooh, you got me beat. I only got 1, 2, 4.
That's okay. Keep adding more.
I don't know. I think them days probably over for me. I had want to get my daughter face like right here when she was little, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know. I feel like tattoos, so long as it like I don't even think tattoos necessarily need to mean anything crazy, but as long as it's something that you think that you're gonna like and care to have on your body for the rest of however long, go ahead and get it. If it look good, make sure you don't get like some botch looking like tattoo of her face because I've seen some like rough looking ones. Make sure they know what they're doing if you're gonna do something like that.
Facts. If people want to listen to your music, how could they do that?
They can find me on pretty much any music platform under It's MJXO. The ITS is part of it. Yes, it's MJXO, all lowercase. And you can also find that if you go to the link in my bio on my Instagram. It's literally the first link that you can click on. It takes you to my landing page that can pretty much direct you to anywhere you can listen to my music at.
I know you're in LA now, and y'all been dealing with those fires. Has that affected you anyway?
It almost did. I actually did have to evacuate. I literally can see Runyon Canyon from my apartment window, and Runyon Canyon caught on fire a few days after all the crazy fire stuff started. I literally was walking into my apartment and I was on the phone with my friend, like telling her, like, hey, like, we're fine, like, nothing's happening to us, we're good. And as I hang up the phone, I get a notification on the Citizen app. And it literally says smoke billowing from Runyon Canyon. I'm like, hmm, I can see Runyon Canyon from my apartment. Like, let me check it out. And I look out my window and there's just flames. So banged on my roommate's door, packed up the cat and important stuff, and we left. Thankfully, they were able to get the fires put out within a few hours. And I came back to my apartment. Started crying because it was still here. I really fully prepared myself to like lose everything that night, like 100%. It was tough. It was very scary, and I say that I'm so grateful that I even had something to come back to. That's unfortunately not true for like so many people. But yeah, it was scary. It was terrifying.
Yeah, I heard the winds like be getting up to like 70 to 80 miles per hour. Like that's wild.
It was. It wasn't quite that high in Hollywood, but yeah, more like in the Palisades, Altadena, everything like that. Like it was horrifying. I can't even imagine what that must have been like to be in those areas. I mean, I could see on either side because it's the Palisades to the west and Altadena over to the northeast, and you could just see on either side these big black clouds every day of smoke. And then even after like the Runyon Canyon fire, we had ash all in the air over here for a good like day or two. It just felt so eerie and apocalyptic. It was wild. I've never experienced anything like that. We don't have wildfires in Texas. We don't have stuff like that. So for me, this was the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. Yeah, it was rough. Thankfully, a lot of LA was able to come together though. So many of my friends I saw that, if they didn't have anything else to do, they were volunteering. I went to go volunteer a couple of times at the Dream Center. I know so many friends who are doing everything they could, posting resources every day. Everyone kind of halted from their normal LA influencery posting shit to really just focus on what mattered. And I honestly thought that was like so great because everybody always says these things about LA. Everybody wants to say how everybody's so superficial and materialistic and this and that and the other. And I'm not gonna lie, it is true to a certain extent. However, in that moment, you really did see everybody's humanity coming out and everybody like coming together to take care of this city, take care of the people that they love, and do what they could. And it was great. It was great to see. Still to this day, shit's not over. People are still being affected. There's people that have lost everything. Now it's time to start trying to rebuild, get these people, new things. It's not over. I have a bag of clothes over here. I want to go donate when the time is right. Places still need volunteers too. It's not even close to over. This is going to affect LA for years to come. And it's insane to say that it's something I've experienced. I never thought I'd experience something like this. I'm just grateful though, like I said, that I still have a home to come to. I'm glad that I was, able to dedicate my time and to volunteer and do something to try and help those that weren't as fortunate as I was. I'm very lucky that my place that is still here, and I'm not gonna not feel that way.
Have you ever thought about like after that happened? Man, I need to move back to Texas.
Oh no, I'll take that. Texas. There's no. I'm staying right here. I'm good. I just
You
gotta
want
not live so close to the hills, so close to stuff that can catch on fire. Move a little bit more into the concrete.
so like you don't think they can do anything to try to prevent it?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get political on here, so I'm not
I
gonna get political.
understand. I understand. Well, I just wish, everybody, have a speedy, recovery and rebuilding.
No, for sure. I feel that way. And I hope so too. You know, it's gonna take a long time. But LA will get through it, and everyone that this is affected will get through it. You know, I send my good vibes and my love out to them. I wanna keep doing what I can, you know, whether that's posting resources or finding more time to volunteer or, you know, donating. Like I said, I have some stuff over here that I still need to take to donate. That's really the most that anybody can do is just do something. It doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have or if you can only do monetary and you don't have the time, but there is something that everybody can do. And that's the most important thing. Is just trying to give your help, trying to do what you can.
Say, what advice would you give to a young model or a young artist that was just not starting?
Just fucking do it, man. Just fucking go for it. Don't care what anybody thinks, what anybody says. Don't think that you can't do it because you don't sound like this person, or you can't write a song like this person, or you're not as skinny as her, or tall as her, or your face doesn't look like this, or whatever. Just fucking do it. Don't care what your friends say about posting. Who cares if you're spamming their page every day? You don't know who the hell's gonna see your video. You're posting things that you're doing. Just fucking go for it because the worst thing that can happen is nothing at all, and that's going to be the exact same thing that happens if you don't try. So you might as well go for it. And if all else fails, at least you can say that you went for it and you had the balls to try. That's my best advice.
Well, MJ, I appreciate you for coming to Chill and Vibe. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
We're chilling and vibing. Thank you so much for having me, Larry. I really appreciate it. It's been a dope.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Bye. Have a good one.